Wow.
That's amazing.
That's worth the climb. Hi. We are going to Jabal Hasbar today, but before we watch this video and do anything, I want to mention something that happened. Of course, the person that he knows about where is the place where we're gonna see is Rabia, our driver, but he can't come with us, so he sent with us Saleh. Saleh doesn't know the place. We ask Rabia instructions how he can find it. Rabia told him you will find it in the mountain where the sun set. That's it. That's all what he said. And Saleh managed to find it. Don't ask me how. He just find it.
Amazing.
جبل حصبر.
تكتب الصورة توزي جبل حصبر.
جبل حصبر على طول. Really beautiful. Quranic script. And that's وادي خريج. احنا في وادي خريج كده ولا؟
ايوه هذا خريج. احنا عايزين نشوف بس 500 متر انت.
Going to Jabal Hasbar.
So what's Gabal Hasbar?
Mountain Hasbar. We're gonna see some inscriptions there.
Oh.
Hey, so what's there in Jabal Hasbar? Can you tell me something about it, Annette?
Yeah, so it was a site, and there are a lot of sites like that all across the Sinai, this area, where they melted copper, and they also mined for turquoise, because there's a camp there where they would have stayed. There's a melting area with ovens, and there's also a small turquoise mine, and there are rock inscriptions, and that's what we're going to look at.
Looking for inscriptions.
You thought they said come back to the car.
Yeah.
No, we found some.
Let's see. If it's disappointing after this climb, I will be upset. Climbing Jabal Hasbar. Jabal Hasbar. Finally, it's worth the climbing. Wow. Look at how high the mountain is. It is so high. Wow.
That's amazing.
That's worth the climb.
بس حلوة خالص فيها.
Oh, wow.
كتابة كبيرة دي.
So beautiful. I wish I could read it. And it also shows the king with the, well, catching his enemy, I think.
That's almost like it's not even Egyptian what's next to it, but
Yeah.
it's the same.
Way the Egyptian that they do it.
Yeah, not really the way the Egyptians do.
Well, and the hieroglyphic next to it. Wow.
The type of
كل ملقى مرسي.
Wow. 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 We have to look what it says in the books and translate that. So what about this hieroglyphic inscription? Do you know what it says?
So that's a large inscription. It's divided into 3 columns. And basically the whole inscription is about the name of the pharaoh of this time, which is Amenemhat II. Now you remember we talked about Amenemhat III, who's like the main character of the mining time, the mining era. So this is the one before him. And
Does it have more than one name?
yeah. So there are 5 different names, which is kind of unusual. I mean, Yes, they usually give the official name that we know, like Tutankhamun or Amenemhat, and then there's like a Horus name. So usually those two names, but here it's 5 names.
So what is the names?
So the names that are given here are the Horus Hecanemat, the 2 mistresses Hecanemat, the golden Horus Makeru, the king of Upper and Lower Egypt, Nebuchadnezzar, son of Re Amenemhat, may he live eternally, the true known of his master, his beloved, the son of Mita, Saib, beloved of Sopet, master of the East.
Wow. And what about these 2 figures there?
Yeah, so they are next to the hieroglyphic. And you can clearly see this is not done by a professional, right? I mean, we've seen a lot of hieroglyphic inscriptions and drawings and everything, and they're always a certain style. This looks different. So probably not done by a professional scribe, which is pretty common in the area, right? We see a lot of drawings and hieroglyphics done by maybe by miners or people who weren't professional scribes. So the 2 characters, the one on the left is the god Sopet, which is god of the desert and god of the east, and he's really associated with the mining in the Sinai. And then on the right, most likely, that's Amenemhat II. And what he's doing is the god is either blessing the pharaoh, or this is a coronation scene. So coronation being when the king is crowned. So you can see when you look at the legs of the pharaoh that the legs are bent a little bit, which could indicate that he is kneeling down in order to receive either the blessing or the crown from the king.
So this is scene is like the one in Hatshepsut temple.
There's a similar scene there, yeah, but that one is a more professional, let's put it like that. So for this king, like the god Sopet, he has a beard, and that almost always points to someone from Asia, so someone who's not Egyptian.
Good. And then what about this scene with all these people? What is it?
And so all the other inscriptions we've seen so far are from the Middle Kingdom, but this one we can't really date because it is more of a general hunting scene, which you can't really put a time to it. I mean, hunting was done throughout the centuries, and what we see are a number of men, most likely, though women hunted as well, and they are holding clubs and spears.
And what this thing in the middle?
Yeah, so that's like it looks like a square, but the edges are kind of stretched out. So what it could be is that it's a skin. When you kill an animal and you take the skin off, if you want to dry it and cure it, you stretch it out by the corners. So that could be a skin.
And there is dogs there?
Yeah, they could have used dogs for hunting. And then there are ibex and the animals that they hunted on.
Holding spears and stuff, I see.
Yeah, the different weapons that they're holding, the people that are portrayed there.
That looks amazing. There are 2. Well, there is 2 goats or ibex or cows fighting with each other. Oh no, the boat. It's a boat and a cow.
Is it a cow or?
That Hathor, probably it's a cow. That's probably Hathor.
Okay.
It's a boat and a cow. And what's in the top? I don't know what that. But that's a cow, Hathor. The god Hathor, and the boat.
There's a bone here.